Hey everybody, Basket here. Welcome back to Factorio. So I've been busy. um, I've expanded. If we look at the map here, oh, can't really. It's really annoying. You can't really tell. Anyway, so this is the original base. I expanded over here to get that oil down there, and then I expanded, working my way up here. Took over this oil. I'm using that to get batteries and then a little bit of plastic. And I built a bunch of solar panels, which is what it's airing about. These ones are already done. I also took over this this iron here because this other deposit's running low. Wherever it is. Here, actually. I couldn't even see it. So low. And then if we head up here, this is still going. I'm using this as like a template. So I have another one of those like over here. It's not very efficient. I mean, it works well enough, but I probably will change the design eventually once I sort of set up more bases. So let's head up here. I'm working on trying to automate some different stuff. So here I have each of the 4 different logic chests are just going to be created and then sort of stored so that I can make stuff later on. This is where I'm storing. I was storing excess copper, but then I actually started running low. So now I'm taking it over there because I've upgraded all this ammunition that's running through here is still the same. In fact, why did it stop? Why aren't you making... You guys don't have any... I see. Interesting. Because there's no actual iron running through here that isn't turning into steel. Right. Okay, so let's fix that real quick. So, if we just add a splitter right over... where can I add a splitter? I need to get cooked iron up there. So, so I guess one option is this, and then bring it down this way, back up, underneath. Was it too far? Oh no. Okay, hold on. If I were to... Let's see, how can I do this? Oh, I can loop it around this way. There we go. That'll work. So like this. Loop it. So now we can have the iron running up here. I mean, these are all sort of temporary anyway. These particular ones are set up in this style. I'll show you in a second what I'm doing for the other style. So now we have it so that we're also going to make... interesting. So with this setup, I'm also taking it up this way. This seems silly. We can still put this one in. Like that. But let's take out this last part. Where it's going to send it back through. Because otherwise, I'd be sending half of it through. It'd come through, condense, and then come through here. So that wouldn't make any sense. Okay, anyway. Where was I? So up here I have my big solar array with the batteries that I'm short on. I have a bunch of copper. I changed, let's zoom in. I changed this over here. The section over here used to be just that one strip. Now it's a bunch of different copper mines. Comes up, runs through the same sort of smelter thing. I'm stockpiling whatever surplus I have in these chests and then sending some of it down here for our other production we used to have. And then over here to the new area where I'm doing some of the new construction stuff. Let's head on over there. This is so I'm making some plastic. There's still not a lot. There's not, unlike the last map I had, these 5 and then the 2 over there isn't a whole lot. So it's kind of slow going. The batteries actually are producing pretty well. My plan is that this one will eventually fill up with batteries. So this is a passive provider, so I could get these if I need them. And then this one is immediately taking it and putting it in there. So those are all being used up. But that's okay because, I mean, we need those. I need to have power during the night. So that's fine. Once I have enough of those stocked up, then it'll stop using up whatever this chemical is for this, and then instead focus more on making it for plastic. But right now I'm sort of short on that chemical. Over here is where I've started stockpiling on better ammunition. So this stuff is, I think, like 10 times as good or something as, where is it? So this is 2 damage, or 2.2 damage, and then this one is, so it's not double, but I mean it's better. It's noticeably better. So I'm making a bunch of it, putting it in these chests. So this is a passive provider chest. This is another copper spot I have that for now isn't really hooked up. It's just stockpiling it. Let's run on over here. So yeah, so this is the new sort of template I've been using for the walls. I'm still gonna do other versions of it as I go, but this version right now, at the top there, at like this spot that will be here, that's a requester chest for this armor piercing ammunition. So it requests it, and then an arm will put it out there. So if it's the start of the thing, then it will just provide to these guys. If I have them all chained together, then there's a bunch of different spots that will sort of have a surplus. And so then you can, they come along here, and so like here, even though I didn't fix this belt, it doesn't really matter because this one is also a requester, so it'll get it and put it along the belt. Downside is that these have to be within range of the orange area, so I can't expand as far out with the sort of design, but this works pretty well for now. And then I'm going to come up with better versions later on as you do more trains and stuff like that, which is actually sort of next thing I want to work with. Let's actually close up. Do we have... Yeah, we do have some walls. Yeah, good. I want to close this up, just so that bad guys don't run in there. Yeah, so making a bunch of those. Sort of right now stockpiling a bunch of copper. And eventually I'm going to sort of, once I sort of get sort of more modular bases, is kind of what I'm aiming for, then it'll be a little bit better. Looks like we're short on copper here, or iron. There's the iron. I guess I have all this stuff going, so I'm actually making, like, it's not really even getting up here very much. I guess enough of it's getting up there to make the batteries. But I'm stockpiling a lot of this ammunition, so it's going to use up quite a bit of my iron supply here. But let me go ahead and start some of the initial setup for the train logic. Where do I want to put the start of the train? So I do have, I have one train thing. Let's rearrange some of this stuff. So I've already sort of gone through and made a couple of these things automated for creating some of these things. So we want trains, and then we can actually just make the other trains I have to just make for now. So we can make a bunch of those, make a bunch of these, and then they'll bring me some replacement supplies in a second. So I'm going to make a few trains, get some rail, make some of these also, and then we can start working on making some train networks where I can have sort of an external base that will ship in supplies. I also need a bunch of more of these. So let me make a bunch more of these, and then I'll come back to you guys. All right, so I have some designs in mind. So this is my template. I made a book here. So this is sort of the template for an intersection where I'm going to have the roundabout. But I'm not going to have roundabouts too close together this time, because that's what I ran into last time. And then I also have another module I can tack on here. So this is outside of the logical area. But I have sort of built into the logical area, I have this chest which gets ammo, moves it into neighboring things if there is one. So that brings over the ammo into those areas. So we're able to have another defensive wing over here where I can build in some more stuff. And then now I want to work on this. So this is another area. I guess there's already some combat here, so I might have to keep that in mind. But I want to replace this with one of these, but then make it so it's a straight through. So let's put that together. So I'm actually going to have to take out all of this. Take out the stuff on the bottom first, because it's going to be in the way. These power lines are going to be in the way. I can probably leave the railroad in there actually. And then all this stuff up here. So I'll have to make this place defensive, or defenseless rather, first. In order to put it all together. But and the other thing I kind of want to do is I might make it so that there's this whole thing I can put down, but then make it so that I can optionally put in the, like, make this side be defended and that side be defended, so they don't actually have to build. Right when I put this down, it's going to make the inside also defended, and so there's not really a reason to do that. Like, make this side defended because the other part's already defended, so there's no reason to do that. But first I need to put it down and then sort of erase stuff, I think. Yeah, I don't have a good way of... I'll have to have one that's... I don't have to have defended before I can really do that. Looks like I killed the power and all this stuff. I'm just going to take out all this, so I can plop down the new one. So then I'll be able to say... So I want it so that it's going to be right here. So the walls are actually going to overlap, though, because the outside walls... Oh, it doesn't like something. What doesn't it like? Can't see. It's night. Oh, this over here. Okay. So we'll go like this. Was that right? Did that draw a line through her? I'm not sure. Oh, because this thing doesn't have any power, because they killed the power and everything. So when these are all put together, they will bring power to each other, but not necessarily, you know, in this particular setup, because everything's sort of temporary. So once this builds in, and I can have one of these things internally, like this one here is a roundabout too close to the other roundabout, so I'm going to take out the roundabout, make this be a straight through, and then copy that. But first I need to have them build everything and take all this junk out. I don't have a lot of logical robots, so they're having problems because all this ammo is filled up in these chests. So that'll take a second for them to get this thing built. So I will come back to you guys when this is up and running, and then we can modify this and make the straight through version of this design. Alright, so I have them, it's just about all placed, not quite, but you can still make the template. So I've went through and I was deleting out some of the different portions. I think I'm going to keep, maybe I don't have anything making these actually. Let me make some manually. Actually, I have some. Let me just put those here. And then make some more. So they'll be able to put them down. So I think I might leave these in here, possibly, for the ones that are straight through, just so that there's more spots for the logic to let trains go through. And then up here, I no longer need these gates up top. Instead, we're just going to put in regular walls. So this design is... I ran into also a problem here, too, where these two are pointing into each other when I've placed them down, so it ends up changing it around. And so when I try and put it down, it counts as an invalid spot. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Anyway, so over here. So I might have to change the way those work, I guess, is the summary of that. Let's go ahead and put in walls here, and then we'll keep this open for us to walk through. I'll keep those, these open. I mean, that looks a little bit weird, but it's fine, it works. We don't need this. Otherwise, I think I also, the placement of these was slightly off, so I had to fix that in the original template as well. But I think this should be good. I'll have to adjust this guy. So right now he's pointing the wrong way. So let me break him and see if I can place down where it'll point. Yeah, I can't even change it. Interesting. Let's see. I might have to only have one output from these, possibly. So like if, like an output here and then loop around again. And only have it in just every other spot. That's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, let me adjust that then. I'll have to adjust this other one. So if I take that out, so it's only going to go up. This one won't go to the side. Or wait, I'm sorry. This one will only go up. So then this one won't go up. And then down here, this one will... So this is filling up this side. So I no longer need this. And then if I come this way, I no longer need the one pointing down. Okay, that's good. And then this one is still adjusted. Okay. So then on the neighboring one, this one will keep that one, not have this one. So it's going to mimic the same thing we just did over there. But then I'll have to make this thing actually loop all the way around. So this one won't have, it'll have just up, not to the side. And then we'll head on over here. And this one will have just to the side, not down. Because they don't like to play nice with each other. I mean, they actually do. They don't like to not play nice, I guess. And then this one, we don't want this to connect up. So this we want to actually rotate the other way. So we'll put this down like this. Make sure these are all pointing in the right direction. So that's pointing up. Good. All right, so now let's fix this. So this one will go up, as it already is, comes over this way, and then it will need to go under. Not quite long enough. Okay, so let's go a little bit. Let's go here to here. We'll put in these. Rotate this to go the other way. Put all these guys in. So what this is doing is making it so that I wouldn't have this here. Like I wouldn't have the connector here. Okay, so let's think about that. So I also have this thing here, which would connect up with if I added a pod onto like here. So that if it's within the green area for this, if I put something in here, then I have this just in case. So I don't have to worry about that like, you know, messing up with the other ones. So I think that's okay. We can leave that. And then over here, that's still good. Okay, so let's make sure that all these are pointing in the right direction. And then we can redo our templates. So this one down here is pointing in the right direction. I want them to be pointing out of the thing. Okay, that one's good. This one up here is good. So there's little arrows there. Then up here, that's pointing out. This one's pointing out. This one is also out, and I think this one is the one that we made fixed, possibly. Yeah, okay, good. So now we can redo our templates. So let's, well, actually, yeah. So is this one good to go then? So it's a straight through. We have our, I kept these in the same spots. We have our regular gates over there. We've replaced all those. Yeah, I think this is good. So we can save this. So right click on the book, right click on this. So we can highlight this base. So this is the straight through, like that. Saves all of the stuff. Yeah, should be good. So then that one we can hold on to. That one probably this one here. So we can take that, put it into our book. So I'll put it down here. I'm gonna keep the bottom stuff to be like the different designs. So then this one, oops. This one is the one that we just have, although we've modified the design. So we're going to trash that design and then remake it. So we want to highlight from here all the way to there. Make sure we don't have anything extra. Looks like we're good. Save that. And that's one of these guys. There we go. So we can take that into our book. So we can hold on to it. And then this is our little module thing that we need to redo. So we can... interacting with this book is kind of clumsy. Or at least I am. I'm clumsy interacting with that book. No, that didn't work. Try again. Okay, so this needs to... I'm not going to include the bottom wall. So that's not going to do that. I'm going to do this. And then that should be good. So this is where input... This is all outside of the logical network is the idea. And that'll give it to all these, and then possibly it could also give to, if I added side modules or something, it could give to those. So now we have that. We can take wherever it is, somewhere. There it is. Oh, we have to go to our book first, and then we open up this. So now this is our roundabout, and then our straight through, and then our module we can add onto the end. So I'm gonna have a bunch of these different sort of designs that I can put together. Where I'll be able to just sort of build a base with drones by plopping this stuff down. I haven't used any laser turrets yet because I had a lot of problems with that last time with power and stuff like that. So this is one where right now I probably don't actually want this to be, because I'm gonna have a mining thing here, so I don't want this base to be on top of that. So I'll probably actually build a straight through here, or yeah, straight through there, and work on expanding up a little bit. There are some bad guys that are over here. Actually, they're right here. It's pretty close by. I don't have anything to kill them with yet. I don't have laser torches. Is what I used to use, so I might research weapons possibly. So for now, maybe I won't expand up. I'll work on expanding to the side over here. So let's give this a test. So we want to go straight through. So we can come up here. Again, I guess this is another issue where I will not want this to be a straight through later on, because I'm going to want to mine this up. But for now, let me see. Or maybe if I make this be a roundabout and this not be a roundabout, that might actually be a better idea. Because then I could do roundabout here. Or if I made this a straight through here and put a roundabout here. I'm trying to think about traffic-wise. Because I want this to be a base where I can mine stuff, and then I want this to be a base where I can mine stuff. But I can't have both of these be roundabouts. So maybe I'll put a roundabout here, so that I can build here and over. Yeah. So I can actually... There's not a lot of changes I have to make this connect together. So if I just take those out, I think I'll be able to drop on the roundabout onto this. So if I do this, everything is happy. Good. So now this is a roundabout, and then this one, we want this to be a straight through, I guess. So we will we'll want to take out some stuff. I'll just take out this whole line. And then a bunch of this middle stuff. And then it'll re-put it back in anyway. Okay, that might have worked. Let's right click on the book. Swap these out. So now will I be able to place one down? Seems like I can. So now it's a straight through. Good. Okay, cool. So it's going to put this as a straight through. So there's some track that doesn't actually go anywhere, but that's fine. And then that'll come over here, and I'll have some sort of mining base over here. Now that this is a roundabout over here, then I can come over here and add the... I mean, there's stone here that I'm going to build on top of, but stone's not as vital. So now I can do a straight through. So let's see if I have to take stuff out. There's probably some stuff on the ground I have to worry about. Oh, and actually, I guess if I build this with this thing on top, this thing is going to connect weird. So let's take that out. I don't want to take out the telephone pole. There we go. Okay, one. Let's see if this works. So it's fairly close to the bad guys, but we'll try it. So if I put this here, it's going to be a straight through base, network together with this train. So this will allow me to work my way up, is the idea. We'll see if that really works out properly. I don't know if these things are inside the in storage, so I'm gonna actually just put those in manually. And hopefully they'll put in everything else I need and get it defended fast enough that I won't lose everything. But so far so good. It's putting in the rail. We haven't aggroed the bad guys yet. Okay, here comes a whole fleet of stuff. So once we get this powered, and we have the requester chests in, then they'll probably start bringing in, because the construction guys are building it. The other guys are, the logic guys will bring in the actual ammo. So once we get some power, so we almost have enough power. We need to put these ones in. Hopefully you're going to bring that in. Once you have power, well, I guess it is still orange. That might be okay. We're getting there. Anyway, so it's going to put all this in. Hopefully get some ammo in these to actually defend it. And then what I can actually do is some of this stuff, like this base here has a lot of defenses. I can manually decommission them in some of the spots. Like, I don't need them. I guess while that's building, we can go look at this. In case I'm running low on supplies or something. So this particular base is now on the inside. So like this inside track here, I don't need to be set up. So the lights I might actually want to keep, but we can get rid of the rest of the stuff. What is that highlighting? Are these power lines here? What are these? Oh yeah, they are power lines. Okay. But I can get rid of like the ammo and stuff on this side. The power lines, I think I might... Oh no, I guess I don't really have to keep because these middle things bring power to the corners. So we can actually just take all that out. I might consider keeping in the lights, I guess. So maybe I'll leave in the power lines. Although that makes it more difficult to take out. But that way it stays lit over here, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. Take these guys out. And these. Anyway, so that'll take that stuff out just so we can use that for front lines. And then we can head up this way, check on how this is going. So some of it's already defended, good. Working on the defenses, starting to build in all this stuff. So I can kind of do this some more. Really, what I really want to get to is this over here, because this really helped me out with my plastic issue. So I work on advancing. I can't advance too much in a straight line because my drones will start flying over these bases. So I might advance one more, put a roundabout here, although I have to defend against these guys. Put a roundabout here, so every other might be a roundabout, something like that. So I can kind of maneuver around easier with the trains. I don't have any trains running yet, but eventually I will. Where I'm gonna have a mining base, a smelting base, and then like I might have a base kind of making each thing. Is it kind of my plan? Why? Interesting that these guys haven't built all these things yet. I guess they're just waiting on powering up first. Huh. Okay. So I don't know exactly how long this episode is. It's been a bunch of different parts, but I think this will be the end of the episode. Hope you enjoyed. We're not quite to trains moving around, but we have this sort of template that I'm going to use, and I'm going to try to modify it probably more and more each time to make it so that like when I put this down, I would choose which side's actually going to have defenses, because I wouldn't need defenses on these sides and stuff like that. So I might, you know, copy paste one of these down, cut away a bunch of stuff so that it's just the structure, and then I can drop in the defenses manually afterwards, you know, as another template. Anyway, yeah, so that'll be the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.